Hi everyone! So today's video is going to be about polishing and oxidizing our pendants, our wire wrapped jewelry. So I'm going to take you to all the process from finishing the piece, the creation process, and then cleaning and getting rid of all the marks we leave on the wire with our pliers, and then oxidizing the jewelry and polishing so that we can have that mirror shine. So this is the pendant I recently finished. So here I haven't done anything yet. I didn't polish, I didn't oxidize. And this is the finished result that we're going to get by the end of this video. So what I use to polish my pieces are these Radial bristle discs that I use with the Dremel or any rotary tool. So I go from the harder grit to the finest. So the yellow one is an 80 grit, then the brown one is a 220 grit, then 400. This one is a fine, it's called pumice, and this one is a super fine finishing to give shine to the pieces. So I go from the harder to the softer, and these are recommended to use between 3000 RPM to 18,000 RPM. So the faster you go, the more the disc will eat the metal, if you want. So I recommend to go like faster with the big one, really to take away the big marks, and then as you go, take down the speed of the machine you're using, so that in the end the finishing is soft and shiny. I bought these ones from Clau in France. This is one of the best jewelry supply online shops in Europe. But if you are in the United States, you can find these discs on riogrande.com. So there's a few different ways to get them. You can get them already on the stick. I don't know if that is the proper way to call them, but you can also buy them like this in a bag, so that when you're done with the disc, like this one, you can replace it and keep the stick. So for me, this is the best way to go. Try to get them, and you can get all the different colors. There's also packs with all of them, so this is very practical. So to start with the polishing here, I took my Dremel. It's a basic Dremel, and put the first polishing disc to start taking away the big marks. So this one, I only use it in the back side to really leave a softer touch on the wires, because these ones will touch the skin. And I'm very careful not to leave marks on the front, so I won't be using this disc in the front. So let's start. Also, be careful not to use this disc, not to polish the stones, because it can leave marks on the stone. So be careful with that. It's recommended to use a piece of painter tape to cover the stones. Right now I don't have any, so just be careful about that. And now we can touch the back of the stone and see if it's comfortable. Be careful not to use this disc either on weaving wires, okay? Because the weaving wires can be very easy to break if you're using 30 gauge, for example. So this one will eat and break the wires, so be careful when you use the harder grit. Once you're done with it, you can change it and take the next one. So now our piece is starting to be very soft on the back side, and I don't think I'm going to use this one on the front because really there is no wire marks, so I think I'm just going to leave it for the finer grits. Okay, so in the end I found some painter tape to protect the stones. So I really recommend to use these radial bristle discs. Like, use the grit you need, okay? So if your wires are clean, don't go with the stronger grit, because you might just add scratches that you don't need. So now I'm going to go with the blue one, starting from behind. Now we go with the pink one. So now we can start to see a nice shine, but we are not quite there yet. So now we go for the green one. So now we're starting to have a nice mirror shine. Our piece is totally soft on the back side. Nothing will bother the skin or get trapped in the clothes. So now we're ready to oxidize the piece. So before oxidizing the piece, I want to wash it with a toothbrush and some regular soap, just to be sure to take away all oils that are on the metal, so that the oxidation can happen in the best way. Now our piece is clean and it's ready to go on the liver of sulfur bath for oxidation. For this step, I'm going to be using this liver of sulfur. So this is a stabilized liver of sulfur, and it helps to antique or oxidize all kind of metals, silver, copper, brass. So this is what I use at the moment. I will be mixing this in hot water, not boiling water, but hot water. So we just added some hot water in a glass, and now I'm going to add a few drops of liver of sulfur. So now I got my piece ready here with a piece of wire to hold it, and I'm going to dip my piece into the liver of sulfur. So this is the result we got right now. I don't want to make it darker, so I think this is pretty good. So now here I have some water. I'm going to put some baking soda. This is called also sodium bicarbonate, and I'm going to dip my piece here. So why do I do this? This is to neutralize the oxidation, so that this process stops, the piece stops oxidizing and remove all of the liver of sulfur that is left independent. After this, we can remove the piece and take it with our hands, and the liver of sulfur is fully neutralized. So now we can go for the last polishing. Okay, so the last part of my polishing process is using this past here with the leather buffing wheel, and this one is really to give shine. Okay, is the really last one to give that mirror shine, and also to protect the metal. It leaves a very fine layer that protects the metal from oxidizing again. So this is our final result. Well, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope this will help you in your next jewelry projects. If you enjoyed the video, if you liked it, well, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button if you want to be notified for the next videos. Also, you can follow me on social media. The links are down here. Also, I have a website with more tutorials for more specific techniques on PDF and on video also. So everything is listed down below. And well, that's it. Thank you for watching this video, and see you next time. Blessings.